now that I like kind of do some reflection on the past year, because it was right around this time last year that my like past traumas were really awoken, or the flashbacks and like my memories came back. I wouldn't say they were like gone. They're just things that I hadn't remembered that were actually really painful. But I remembered them through therapy, and the pain and the emotions and all that jazz felt as though it was like happening, or like it happened a day ago. So that wasn't fun. Around this time last year, I went off my medicine, my lithium medicine. And then like in 2 months from now, I would have stopped going to therapy, stopped seeing my psychiatrist, and just being like, we're here to fuck shit up. Because I started feeling that manic energy. I was hypomanic, and I even made videos about this telling y'all like, I'm manic right now, but like, I don't care. This is fun. I'm living life. Fuck everything. That was a mistake. Even then I was telling myself like, you're gonna regret this later, and like we still didn't care. The problem with even now more logically understanding how that mindset and how those actions and how my behaviors fucked shit up for me, like understanding that, having experienced it, kind of going through it, trying to fix it, I still do not regret it, nor do I feel bad slash like I want to change, but not really. So now I feel guilty, but like at the same time, still not really. I know I should feel guilty. Does that make any sense? Upon further reflection, and I think that like just this reflecting is maybe just moving in the right direction. Like I'm trying to essentially find the motivation to get better, or like the will to get better. And I think the hard part of it is that I'm trying to avoid those emotions that I was feeling. And it's weird. I haven't avoided emotions consciously, I guess, since I was a child and I was in therapy, and like I remember not wanting to say certain things, and holding things back, and then like my therapist and my aunt, if she was in the session, would like kind of provide me with support. But that was the last time I really felt this confrontation internally. But I definitely recognize it. I think adding to obviously the flashbacks and revisiting the traumas and realizing a lot of the things that I realized, I'm not trying to go into too much detail over that, but I have tons of videos if you want to see what I'm talking about. Anger towards my family, sadness, like attachment, all of that has been like a theme, or was a theme of 2020. Towards the end of 2020 though, specifically, I'm thinking I went through a lot of loss, to be honest with you. And loss, while it wasn't, people dying, as it was my senior year of high school, and I had to go into a partial hospitalization program, and I was just like not okay, because deaths are hard, but multiple deaths, In November, my like best friend from high school, who's been my best friend for 6, 7, I don't know how many years, just up and vanished. When I say vanished, he quite literally changed his number without telling anybody, then like went out of the country, and then came back and like didn't tell anybody where he like now is. We don't, long story short, we don't know where he is. We have not talked to him. I've not talked to him since October. No communication, and it all just happened like one day it was like we're talking, one day we're not. So obviously that's very very close to how the relationship I grew up having with my mother, who would disappear randomly. One time even finding her on the street, like, oh, hello, mother. So that's not fun, that loss. In December, my grandmother passed away, so like while not exactly expected, she's still like not here, and I'm feeling that more and more these days. I miss you, Grandma. And then of course the big one I've been like wrestling with is the loss of this relationship that I had, or that I was trying to repair. Like a relationship ended last summer technically, but I was trying to repair this relationship, and then how it kind of just blew up in my face. So that's 3 losses within a little bit over maybe 2 months, maybe a month and a half, really. So as somebody who is already predisposed to loss in terms of like it being a trigger for me, having attachment disorder or having developmental trauma disorder. Um, Attachment and trauma is like it's the number one. That's the last thing that sent me to the hospital. So ending 2020, having already had these extreme emotions throughout the year, through flashbacks, and then quite literally re-simulating them at the end of the year, I'm straight up not having a great time right now. It's been hard. It's been challenging. It sucks. I honestly haven't had to like kind of go through this in a while, and by go through this, I mean for the last few years I've been very open about how I'm feeling, very like let's get it, very much in the state, hey, I feel like crap right now. What do we need to do in order to like get better? Therapy, boom. Like that's what got me into this mess, because I was so like just focused on becoming healthy, I guess, and sustaining that healthiness because I was in a good place. That I freaking uncovered some traumas that I did not mean to uncover, and now I'm stuck in the sense that like I don't want to keep going. Like I dived in and I'm like, oh shit, like JK, it's a lot. But obviously I understand that I also need to be patient with myself, whatever that means. That's what they say. It feels like a lot of times it feels really dumb. So I'm like, I know what I should be doing, and I know that these things are bad, or I know all of it. I'm very self-aware, but yet changing those behaviors and doing like the good practices and being healthy is like so far away from my ability at the moment that I have to recognize the little steps that I take, I guess. That's like what I'm trying to like exude positivity. I'm trying to tell myself that. But of course, in order to avoid like feeling these traumas and feeling all of these emotions, I've been like doing behaviors that purposefully help me avoid things, or avoid. In the long run, I know it's not sustainable, but I literally feel like I'm gonna break every single time I like try to make progress towards recovery. The last one being about like the breakup. Like I said, I wasn't gonna make any more videos about it, and I'm gonna just do a very quick blurb here. But like that happened in January. It's now almost April, and like bruh. And I mean, I guess we were together like for a year and a half, but like shit. Like sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days, but like I some days feel like I'm literally like I can't go on, and I'm just like, how does this person, like, is it this person I just cared about so much, or is it like my illness, like problems with attachment? But like I don't know what it is, but it needs to like fix itself soon, because oh, my heart aches. And when I say that, like I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It's mental, but it's also so very much physical. Along with all that emotional crap, it's important crap though. Along with all that emotional crap, the behaviors that I've been doing to avoid life, not sleeping, not eating, restricting myself there, like not like just all of those different processes that I've sort of talked about, sort of don't want to talk about because I'm uncomfortable. All of those bad things are now taking a physical toll on me. I probably look gross because it's been hard for me to sleep these last few days. But yeah, my body is like, bro, we can't continue to do this for years and years and years. Which is why I have like kidney pains and freaking staph infections that like have well, that was because I got COVID. That's a lot of like physical health ailments. Nothing that is too alarming yet. But I do have like tests to do, and I have operations, and just there's a lot going on health-wise, and it's all because of like me ignoring the thing that I should not be ignoring. But not to fret, I'm okay. I'm not gonna die, theoretically. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm trying to eat more. I've been doing that in the last, it's been 6 days. I have not been restrictive in my eating, which it's been hard. And I'm trying to move forward, and I just gotta understand that it's baby step by baby step by baby step. And while we've taken larger steps before, it doesn't mean that we always have to take large steps. The only problem with that is getting the world to see that these small steps are okay too. Work is not gonna like allow for small steps. These bills aren't gonna allow for small steps. My body isn't allowing for small steps. It literally is falling apart right now. and yet I'm just afraid to do anything about it. Which honestly is like completely reasonable because like I know people out there who have felt this type of emotional pain, but like I feel like nobody understands how intense this shit is, because if they did, then like somebody would do something about it. I don't know who, but somebody. That's all I really have for y'all. If you took something away from this, if you can relate, like please tell me you can relate. I would hate for you to relate, but like I need like, I don't know. Does anyone else feel like this? If you do, give it a like. That helps me know what content to be posting. If you want to leave a comment, please do. I love to hear what y'all have to say. And of course, remember to hit that subscription button and subscribe for new videos coming soon. And turn on those subscription notifications because, you know, I'm away right now and you'll definitely want to know when I'm uploading again consistently.